Oh well. I had a specific idea for a torch that I thought would look really cool. So we're back up to 3. So in order to get to 5, I'm gonna have to watch what I do, but if I end up building this other idea I had towards the side over here, that will look really cool, but now, okay, so. Use that to climb back up. I'm gonna craft another torch. I'm gonna drop one on the opposite of the beach, so that we have torches marking the water, which looks nice. But then I want to drop one other torch in this one spot that I think I could put one that would look really cool. And when I go back to crafting, it's just going to be me, like, okay, so now I have 3 torches. Because of those little fence marking spots where I could drop fences, I think I could put torches up here. I can't. Cool. So, that means I can, like, I can mark... Yeah, I can mark the edges, and that's really good looking, and I'm not even going to have, like, you know, a super elaborate wall anyway. And this was mostly just because the residential area ends here, which is why I did that. I'm not even building a full wall. I'm just having my sort of residential area, and I extended it downwards. I could drop like another house, like right here. I might have to extend that over. And this also gives me a spot to place some other tables and stuff. And then that's really cool. And then that doesn't fully eliminate people, which is nice. Then if I drop another torch, like right here, because, yeah, I could drop another torch, and that would look nice. And then I have this, you know, area, and I can put, like, some torches, like, here. That'll look cool. I've got this little seating area up here. And I might even drop another small, just, like, lounge. I use the fencing just to show it off, so that's up here. And then it stops because I was still constructing, because I was going to line a small bit of wall. Okay. I'm about to stop. Small bit of wall up here, and just kind of run it on down. Move a bunch of those trees. And that was just going to cover a small portion of the island, and then over here, I was going to craft a smaller walled-off area to do a better garden. Because I had this really cool garden idea, but I'm going to have to move a bunch of stuff. So, we'll stop in a minute. It's going to take a lot of work, so between me working, I'm going to have to basically move a bunch of nonsense. And I'm going to have to constantly craft some, like, torches and stuff. Because I have a major... You know what, while we're over here, let's water some flowers before we stop. Today was just kind of a shorter example of... shit, I lost a rank, but then I immediately got it back up. So, it's just a Vista thing. I didn't think about that. Meaning, if I had placed furniture the other day, I likely could have had 4 or 5. If I catch 2 more fish. So. Ooh, I got some more hybrids. Nice. A lot of this area is probably going to end up gardening once I move all my damn trees. And that'll be kind of a cool little garden area for flowers, like down here, and I can just move everything. The wall is just going to extend a little bit, and I'm going to then, towards the side, I'm probably going to leave a small opening. I might connect it, and from about here, like from about that rock, I'm probably going to do this really nice looking wall thing. Just run it up and have this really cool looking garden area. This really nice lead up, and I'm gonna have to move a bunch of my flowers then. One of my other flowers before we stop. So, but like I said before stopping, catch some fish as well, so I can sell some fish. And later tonight, I might grind some fish, make some decent money.
And doesn't oarfish start spawning?
That's later tonight. If I'm just catching a bunch of fish and just selling them off to... We will stop in a minute, but I also probably should find the money rock before then.
Oh, we already did.
No, I didn't.
Huh.
So, it's just... I might also... Yeah, alright, so let's catch some fish. I need to spend some Nook Miles on the cool-looking shit, but we're gonna have to grind up to that point.
Fuck you, Dab, I hate you.
The sea bass of the river. I think oarfish and stuff spawn late. Oh yeah, and I could actually make this little back area a nice little beach vista too, so I'm gonna... I mean, we're gonna start with mostly wood and stone tables, but I will eventually... Yeah, I can just sell him those fish right quick. So, it's... His idea is the same. We have a fossil, so... That's not a lot of money, but these are...
That was only 2 fish.
And it's garbage tier fish, but that's still... And you see, now that I've placed some shit, like, she's up here, so that makes me happy. So. And that really cool thing I did, where you can basically run the entirety of the island here, and, like, I'm running along the back, and I saw that fossil spot, and need to dig that up, while also looking for the money rock. I carved out that nice area, and I'm probably going to put a ramp over. We will stop in a minute. I'm just kind of wrapping up. Glad that wasn't the money rock. Let's see if we can find that before we stop. And I'm also going to end up putting some tables and stuff over here too. There's that rock. So. This might be my money rock. Money over here! Somebody get... Oh, really? with all these extra rocks, I will make a bunch of stone stuff then.
Better get it ready, because we're gonna put so many stools around this town. Town's gonna be filled with our stool.
This entire area could be repurposed into a
I
nice...
think the money rock might be... Do we still have that one rock in between those, like, 3 trees? Yeah, the rock down here. Did you shatter that? It might be that one.
It's probably this.
I feel like it's this one.
Probably this. Oh boy.
Oh, look at that.
Money over here! Somebody get me! You ginger bastard! And I can buy some kits. Okay. So, before stopping, I just want to look at some other stuff I can craft. And I should buy some customization kits so I can customize my stuff to keep it from... I can make a campfire. Make a log stool.
Snicker, snicker.
Little birdhouse. Wooden bucket I could craft if I wanted to. Make another stone table. Hay bed's something we haven't made yet, and that just takes some weeds. We'll stop soon. Then I need to get all the, like... What are you doing? Must have taken forever to dig out those new waterways.
Hey, they commented on the like waterfalls and shit.
Yeah, and it did.
So they will comment on you like changing the island. Seems like funny enough, yeah, we don't really have a lot of weeds spawning anymore.
Because I've done a lot.
Because you did the cliff thing, all the areas that had weeds have basically been cleaned out.
Okay.
So then we should just stop.
I think there's some weeds over on the other side. Yeah. I didn't clean them all out, it's just a lot. Ah, those torches look so nice. Yeah, there's some weed over here. Nice. Almost.
How many did you need to craft the hay bale?
It's 20.
Oh.
So I can use some of the, like... Small...
That should do it then.
I'm gonna get some extras. Yeah, there's just... Oh, see? There's... Let's grab those, and then we can craft the hay bale. And I can double check that one fossil spot. Oh, there's that other rock.
But it's not the money rock.
Let's go craft that hay bale. Boop. So, yeah, I also have that little... That one river splits down where this...
What are you doing?
Oh, we're gonna slightly redirect the... Probably going to slightly redirect the river later. I'm just starting something. So now I have... Okay, so now I'm basically probably going to make this whole little connected point a garden area. So I close it off because I can basically... Because if I do that... Because now I have this cliff river that flows down. Oh, I want to see something. So now my main... Essentially, I'm doing a very small little thing of having just an inch, like closing it off so I can make a wider gardening area without destroying the river. And if I want the river to reconnect, I can just... Well, stop after that hay bale. But now I have this, instead of connecting how it used to, now my little cliff river isn't connected, and I might extend that to the side a bit if I move my trees accordingly. Cool. Because I like having this bottom cliff somewhat connected, because this could make a decent little garden area, since I already kind of started doing that anyway. Okay, so let's go craft that hay bale. What I might do is extend the one river across, cutting the top and rolling it down at the edge. I was probably going to do
that later.
I didn't say I'm doing it now. That way I could have my garden area and I could still have a little river point. So now I can craft. Yeah. Alright, whoops. Whoops, stop in a minute. In order to justify the space, I'm dropping, like, items on some of the... Curious, because that should... Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's perfect. Now I can just sleep up here. Yeah. Fill your town with... Oh, I wanted to... I don't believe this works.
You were saying...
Oh my god, cool! Oh shit, that's awesome!
Awesome, awesome.
Hold on. Damn it. It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So anyway, this question is a bit silly, but I would love to know your opinion on this. Do you think it's cool that you can fish by throwing your fishing rod off a cliff and dropping it into a body of water that is lower down? At the end of the part, I started basically popping off when I realized that was a thing, because not all Animal Crossing games have multi-layered town-type areas. I know this game is technically an island, but my point stands. They don't always have multi-layers, so it's not always possible to have an ability to even attempt to fish like this. So seeing that actually work was incredibly cool, because at the time I was unsure if that would be a mechanic, and even people familiar with other Animal Crossing games generally never think to try throwing their fishing rod off a cliff and tossing it into a body of water that is lower down. Because, like I was saying, you don't always have a game that gives you access to multi-layered cliffs like this. So, I think my hype reaction to that was justified, and most people I show that to also pop off incredibly well. Simply because most people don't realize this is a mechanic, so that is a good bonus question. Did you actually know that was a mechanic? Because this is not the most common thing you would try, but I find it incredibly useful because this lets you get really creative with fishing spots, because a high cliff wall does not stop you from fishing in a lower body of water. And this can be incredibly useful depending on how your bodies of water might be positioned. Overall, I think this is a great addition to any Animal Crossing game that does something like this, but this game specifically, because you can redesign the island with the terraforming, you could create really fun fishing spots designed around throwing your fishing rod off a cliff edge and basically fishing in a pond or a river that is lower down than where you are currently. And that is actually a really cool design idea. Design a decently sized like pond area, like take a body of water, surround it with some cliff, and have some other standing area, but mostly use the cliff walls and actually have a big cliffside fishing area. And if you designed a island around this water feature, that would look cool. In my case, it was just a funny little thing that just happened to exist, where I just happen to have water lower down and just happen to have that cliff area that I made into a walkway. I was not intending for that to be a fishing spot at the time, but it ended up an unintentional one, and I think that is really cool. But I'm kind of rambling at this point. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.